Hi everyone, this is HC Bailey, and welcome back to some more Shannara! Now actually, this is just the game order here. Can't stand that fuck. Anyways, we're back here. And we have the armies of dwarves and gnomes and shit all over the place. This hastily assembled army of dwarves is massed on the east bank of the Silver River. They mill on the shore dispiritedly, as if they're unsure of how to handle the impending battle. Not a good sign. You follow the path upstream to a large pond. Take a dump in the pond.
Will this place do?
This will do very well indeed. We can stack some logs behind the beaver dam, then release them all at once. Perhaps that will produce enough momentum to break the bridge.
What are the odds?
Judging the speed of the river right now, I'm not at all that confident of the plan.
What will it take to make this work?
A sudden flash flood would definitely improve the chances. Other than that, we can only hope.
Brindle, you and Talsek start cutting down some trees.
Talsek, let me show you how it's done.
Fast learner.
Shelley, you and I will go see if we can weaken the dam.
Lead on, Jack.
Davio, could you use the elf stones to trigger the dam to break?
I believe I could, friend Jack.
Everyone sets off on their jobs. It takes several hours, but at last you have what it looks enough to break up the bridge. Start to pour the dust into the pond, you feel a swirl of magic resonate through you. You smell spring rain, feel the surge of wind-driven waves, and hear the roar of waterfall as dust first trickles, then flows like silver water from a pouch. Holy shit!
How wondrous!
The water's rising, but it's not going over the dam.
Great dam.
It's very interesting. Lick my ass.
What a marvelous magical effect! If you can find a way to release the water, it should have enough force to break the bridge!
Use that shit.
Great dam.
Talsek, it's too dangerous for you to try to break that dam. If it does work, you'll be washed away.
What a marvelous...
Delio frowns for a moment, then shakes his head and replies that he doesn't think that will do the trick. The water of the ponds have magically risen far higher than the banks that used to contain them. The fuck? I know we gotta use the elf stones on the dam, damn it. Oh. The dam, not the pond. Use elf stones on dam. There we go.
Oh, yes, sorry, I was distracted by your magic. Let me see if I can release the power of your waters.
Do it! Release the power of my water!
That's it! The logs are on their way.
Let's see what happens.
As the logs rush down the stream, you cut cross-country to get the monster's bridge before they arrive. Boom! The bridge is fucked.
We did it! Perfect timing, too. Most of the army was on the bridge at the time.
Dwarves down there are in trouble, though. Too many monsters on this side.
It is worse than that, friend Brendel. The main mooring lines across the river are still intact. They can quickly repair the damage now that they've secured both ends.
Break line.
take on the monsters.
Good fight.
Let's go finish what we've started.
Dangerous, but we can handle it.
We can handle anything, can't we, Jack?
You lead the party into the center of the fray, working your way forward toward the remaining section of the bridge. Everyone, follow my lead and attack one guy. Man, Jack, you go down like a little bitch. Just as the fight on the bridge ends, Brendel cuts the guy's ropes, and the section of your party is standing on the breaks away. Whee!
Wow, this certainly is a wild river ride. Wonder where we will end up.
Bottom of the river, more than likely.
He's a smart dwarf. Floating down the river.
Bad.
Ropes are starting to go. Don't know how much longer they'll last.
Monsters are not noted for their construction values. We are very lucky we've come as far as we did.
We could swim for it.
Can't swim.
I fear that I cannot swim either.
Great. Well, Jack and I could swim holding the two of you. What about you, Telsic? You can swim, can't you?
No. Swim.
Well, so much for that idea. Let's hope this raft bridge comes near the shore before it falls apart.
Jesus, no one can swim?
The raft is going.
You yell at your friends to hang on to the biggest log on the raft. With a sudden jolt, the raft collapses, and you are all thrown into the raging waters. An icy river shocks you as you plunge deeply into the swirling waters. Fighting your way to the surface, you gasp desperately for air as you are pulled back under the white water. Again, you struggle to be on top of the water. You try to shout for your companions, but your voice is drowned out by the roaring of the waters. You swim wildly against the current, and at last pull yourself upon the shore. Exhausted, you collapse into a restless sleep, haunted by dark, disturbing dreams.
Master, I'm sorry, but the king of the Silver River...
Silence! You have tried force, and Omsford escaped you. Now you must use deceit and subtlety.
When you arise in the morning, you pull yourself to your feet and begin searching for your friends.
Jack, you made it!
Sheila runs up and grabs you, holding you tightly, pressing her warm bosoms against your chest. She starts unbuttoning your pants. Oh wait, she is laughing and crying at the same time as she tries to speak. You can see the rest of your friends rushing towards you.
Told you he'd make it.
Brendel now starts unbuttoning his pants. Oh wait, you ask your friends how they managed to survive the river.
Did what you told us. Held on to the log. Fortunately, Telsec held onto the log and Davio too.
I again owe my life to Telsic.
I did the same as you. Swim to shore. I guess I must have fallen asleep after that. I awoke to the sound of Telsic shouting for us.
Fortunately, our log came to some shallow water, and Telsic pushed us to shore.
Well, we're all together again. After what we've been through, the gnomes should be no problem at all.
North from here, then to the Dragon's Teeth Mountains. They gather there this time of year.
Alrighty, let's head north.
Dragon's teeth. Should be a trail through here somewhere.
I'm sure Telsik and I can find one.
You make your way up the rugged mountain sides, following a crude trail that was constructed by the gnomes. Brindle is obviously unhappy at the sheer cliffs you are climbing, and frequently mutters to himself, "God damn it." Finally, you come to a wide chasm with a crude rope bridge across it. You have come to a fork between two mountain trails high up in the Dragon Teeth Mountains.
This seems to be the only way across the chasm.
No way I'm crossing that.
Small rope.
You have little choice in the matter.
Alanon!
Druid Alanon, I am Davio. I am honored.
A large band of gnomes is heading this way. You will need to cross swiftly. I will cross first. Olmsford will cross next. Then the elf. The rest of you follow.
Grasping the guide ropes, Alanon steps out into the rope bridge. The bridge sways beneath him, but he quickly crosses to the other side. Alright. You dwarf. You grab hold of the ropes and start to step on the bridge. It sways beneath your feet, and you step back onto solid ground.
Friend Jack, I did not realize how much that bridge sways. I don't know if I can cross it safely.
Tie the rope around your waist and let Telsik secure the end.
Then if I fall, I will be safe. An excellent suggestion. I will do it.
You hand the rope to Davio. Fuck.
Your turn, Davio. Take it easy and you should have no problem.
Believe me, Princess Shella, I'll be as careful as I possibly can.
You were just not careful enough. Elf, now fall to your death.
Davio!
I can't hold on! No!
The rope held. He's okay.
Jack Ormsford, it is your turn to die.
No!
Boom!
I will eat your soul.
That's not very nice.
No! Die, shifter!
Jack, come quickly. I think Shella's dying.
You dash across the half-broken bridge without even thinking about it.
Jack, what happened? Are you alright?
Yes, Davio destroyed the shifter.
Is it night? Why can't I see you?
Don't worry, Shayla. You'll be okay.
No. Jack, somehow, I don't think so. Are you holding me? I can't feel you. I can't feel anything except the cold.
Jack, Princess Shella is... She is seriously injured. I do not think that she... Do you want me to use the elf stones to heal her?
Davio, you used them already. If you use them again, you'll destroy them.
But the princess is dying.
Gnomes come.
Telsek and I will hold them off. Take care of her, Jack.
I dying? Is that what's wrong? Jack, you can't let me die. Brona will get me. Please, don't let Brona get me.
I can use the elf stones, but our mission will be over.
Jack, You've got to use the ritual of release. Kill me, so I won't come back from the dead.
Ritual of release time. If you use the stone's honor, the game ends, so you probably don't want to do that. You open the book to the ritual of release and begin to perform the spell, but the words seem powerless. Although she is mortally wounded and certain to die within hours, the ritual can only work if it is performed in the very last minute of a person's life.
You have to kill me first. Hurry, there's no time.
That's fucked up. Realizing that the gnomes will overrun you long before the final minute of Shella's life, you plunge the sword into her. Shella will be dead before another minute has passed. You open the book and try to read the words of the ritual of release. Your eyes blur, and it is difficult to see. You wipe away your tears and begin to intone the words of the ritual.
Thou who death has touched, hear the words I speak. Thou who death has kissed, find the peace ye seek. Thou who death has marked, submit thy will to me. Thou who death has blessed, let thy soul be free.
There is a shudder throughout Shella's body, and then she is still. The soul flown into the final death. With the final gasp, Shella dies in your arms. You are still holding her lifeless body when the gnome army reaches you. Behind you on the cliffside, one torn, bloody hand reaches up from the abyss. Then another.
The gnomes have reached us! Defend yourself, Jack!
You are quickly surrounded and seized by numerous gnomes. Suddenly, you feel a sharp blow to the side of your head, and things go black. Hours later, you slowly regain consciousness.
Prisoners are in pit, great shaman. This one we take to Warlock Lord Gieka. Get much power. Others we kill. What of Shapeshifter? He say we give all to him. Brona's slave cannot order gnomes. Gnomes get prisoner. Gnomes give prisoner to Warlock Lord. We get much power. Shapeshifter not here. Shapeshifter get nothing. You are very wise, great shaman. I am greatest shaman of all gnomes. I have great magic. With talk I destroy all enemies. Not fear Shapeshifter. Maybe kill Shapeshifter with talk. Maybe kill Gieka someday. You not be good. Powerful, nice, great master. Gieka be very good. We go. Get ready for big sacrifice of prisoners at dawn.
Can't see a goddamn thing in here. Maybe that has something to do with the blindfold over your eyes. You take it off, but your hands and feet seem to be securely tied at the moment. That's some bullshit. As you push against the boot heel, it pulls away from your boot, exposing the sharp, hobnails that held it in place. By rubbing the ropes on your wrist against nails, you are slowly able to cut the bindings. Now that your hands are free, you remove the blindfold from your face and untie the ropes with your legs. Alright, so we got ourselves free here. Slowly, as not to attract the attention, you slit the side of the tent. This gives you a second exit. Perhaps a safer one. Perhaps not. You are somewhere inside the gnome camp. On your right is the tent from which you just escaped. To the left, another tent, this one with light flickering inside. Directly in front of you is a heavy-looking metal hatch. The guards in the distance don't seem to have spotted you yet. You can't help but wonder what Shella would do if she were by your side. I would tell these people to shut the fuck up! As silently as possible, you run the boot heel down the side of the tent. A few seconds later, you have created a hole that is large enough for you to slip through. You almost stumble as you approach the tent, so you pause to replace the heel on your boot before proceeding further. As your eyes slowly adjust to the poorly lit tent, you see a figure lying on the cot in front of you. A dagger lies on a small table and another paraphernalia is scattered around the rest of the tent. You take the ritual dagger. The moment you touch the shaman, his eyes pop open and he begins to struggle. You swiftly tie the blindfold around his mouth, gagging him. And you whisper to him not to make any sounds or sudden moves. He settles back and scowls furiously at you, but you notice his hand starting to steal towards the torque. I'm gonna have to stab him in his face. Before he can use the power of the torque to kill you, you rip the torque from around the shaman's neck. Could be in deep shit. Forgot to grab the rope. Fuck you, shaman! Okay, now use the rope to tie him up. You deftly wrap the rope around the shaman and knot it several times and back, pinning his arms and his body and immobilizing him from the knots. Attached to the back of his tunic is a keyring which you decide to take with you. Probably a good idea. You unlock the metal-bound chest. Within the chest you find other Brindle, Davio's, and Telsik's equipment. Between axes, swords, and other metalwork, the chest is too heavy for you to lift by yourself. You leave the equipment in the chest until you can find a way to transport it. Inside this chest you find all the equipment you were carrying with the gnomes when they caught you. Thinking of the battle reminds you again of Shannara. Before the sense of loss overwhelms you, you struggle to regain your purpose and concentration for the task ahead.
Give torque, human, or I call Darth.
A quick look around reveals that the shaman has been murdered. The most likely suspect is the gnome standing right in front of you. Fuck you, I'll give you a dick in the mouth. I'll give you the torque if you help me first.
Give Torque first, then Gieka help.
We need your help to stop Brona from destroying everything.
Gieka not stupid. Gieka not fight Warlock Lord. Warlock Lord, very powerful.
If Brona is not stopped, he'll destroy the gnomes too.
Gnomes are Brona's friends. Gnomes good help for Warlock Lord. Warlock Lord give gnomes much power.
We are very powerful too. And Gieka can be very powerful too if you help us.
What do you mean? Gieka already very powerful.
Oh yeah, I know something that will give you more power than the torque.
Torque, powerful magic. How can be so?
You tell him, do you know where to find the Helm of Command?
You know? Tell me where.
You tell Gieka that the Helm of Command is in the Hall of Kings, and you and your friends are going there.
Take me with you. Gieka find Helm of Command.
You tell Gieka that you'll agree to help him to the Hall of Kings, if he'll help you find your friend's escape.
You give Gieka Torque. Gieka give you way to open pit.
You can have the torque if you help us.
Gieka call guards. Guards take prisoner. Gieka get Torque.
I would tell the gods you killed the shaman.
Gieka not kill shaman. Bad prisoner kill shaman. Guards kill you for killing shaman. Gieka good gnome.
Why do you want to be so powerful, you little shitbag?
No one tell Gieka what to do. Gieka tell others what to do.
I will give you the talk after my friends and I escape. And we'll take you to the Helm of Command.
Helm of Command way better than old Torque. Gieka go.
That's right, Gieka, go. Little shit fuck.
Gieka open pit. You go away with prisoners. Then you give Torque to Gieka. Is deal?
You agree to his terms.
Soon Gieka be very powerful.
Gieka grinds his teeth in frustration at all the work you're giving him. He grudgingly takes one into the chest. You take the other, and the two of you make your way out of the tent. You drop the chest by the metal hatch. That's right, you little punk. You wrap the rope around the chest and knot it securely. Grunting and sweating, you and Gieka move the chest to the lip of the metal hatch. Leaning against the pull of the rope, you tip the chest into the pit and lower it hand over hand until it touches the ground. You toss the rest of the rope in after it. And then you take a shit down Gieka's throat. Gieka gives you a nasty look and climbs feet first into the hole. He quickly disappears down the ladder into darkness. God. You climb down the ladder into the pit. It was obviously built a long time ago when mankind knew other stranger ways. Use the large key from the shaman's ring to unlock your comrade's chains, and then you take a look around the area. You take a dump. You open the chest and your friends quickly reclaim their gear.
Friend Jack, it is good to see you again. We were afraid that you too were lost to us.
Is the gnome joining us?
Gieka go with prisoners. Gieka get Torque.
So how do we escape here?
Guards come soon. Must go now.
Gods come.
Too late. Guards come. Kill prisoners. Gieka get Torque.
We need to close the hatch.
Fuck you, Gieka!
Prisoner want to be trapped down here? Slow, bad death. Gieka not get torque. Better fast death by guards. Gieka get torque.
Do it, gnome!
Okay. Gieka do what dumb prisoner says.
Gieka climbs partway up the ladder and clings to it with one hand while using the other to put the handle in the hole. Slowly the hatch lid high above you closes. Without the handle, the gnomes above have no way of opening the lid. Gieka drops off the ladder and sits on the ground to sulk at the way Brindle yelled at him. Fuck you, Gieka, you puss.
This should do the trick to open that grate. There!
You look at the grating to see Brindle's hammer has smashed a small hole in the center of it.
Too high for me to reach.
Climb shoulders.
Why don't you do it, Davio?
I fear that I am too large for that opening.
Great. Just great. What about the gnome?
Do you seriously believe we can trust Gieka?
All right, I'll do it. Guess there's no other choice.
Nope.
Tight fit, but I think I can climb in. Passage is blocked. Can't get through. Found something, though. Telsec, help me down.
Come down.
Here, Jack. It's yours, whatever it is.
The box is filled with odd-shaped colored cubes made from a material you do not recognize. They seem to be relics of some ancient technology. What the fuck are they? Pondering a few moments, you pull out the blackened cubes from the thin panels and replace them with fresh cubes from the same color of the box that Brindle found. When the last piece is in place, the panel starts to hum and the metal cover snaps shut, just missing your fingers. The wheel turns like a glove. The wheel turns freely, but nothing more happens. Telsec seems to grow bulkier as he is filled with the power of the Black Iris. Telsec rips open the door like it's nothing. You step off into the darkness, guided by a feeble light from your lantern. The dank tunnel twists and turns for what seems like miles. Other passages feed in from the sides, and you quickly become lost in a huge underground maze. The party stops occasionally to rest, and after a while you lose all track of time. Finally you notice the tunnel ahead seems somewhat less gloomy. You are lost within the ways. Quickening your pace, you lead the party forward. The tunnel floor begins to slope upward, and soon you emerge into daylight to discover you have left the gnome encampment far behind. You quickly take your bearings and strike off north towards Hashorn and the Valley of Shale. You have come to an area, jagged rock formations, ominous mist rise from the dark lake to the north.
Pleasant looking place.
Does anyone know where we are now?
You are overlooking the Valley of Shale. Before you lies the Hadeshorn, whose very waters are grievous to the living. and beyond the ridge is the entrance to the Hall of Kings, now the realm of the Warlock Lord. Welcome, all of you. You have been through much hardship, and yet the path before you is filled with greater danger than you have ever known.
Thought we killed you at the bridge.
That was the Warlock Lord's servant, disguised in my form. I was unable to warn you of the deception, and the loss of Shellali grieves me greatly. Moreover, the Shifter is still alive, and even now strives to return to his dark master. However, there is no time for mourning. I am the true Druid Alanon. Together, we will reforge the Sword of Shannara and destroy Brona. Come, all of you. We go to the shore of the Hadeshorn. There we will summon the Shade of Bremen to recreate the Sword of Shannara. Then we journey to the Hall of Kings to banish Brona from this world forever.
Alright folks, that's it for this video. Join us next time for the reforging of the Sword of Shannara!